Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to do a reading. So this is an energy reading for the divine counterparts and for us. And so, if you are new to my channel, then basically I do a divine love crystal grid. And this is for all twin flames. And basically when you join the crystal grid, you receive a piece of rose quartz. And that rose quartz are infused with the energies of basically set the intent to bring twin flames into their unions in the physical. And so when I do a reading, I do them a little bit different, because what I do is I don't split them out into the divine feminine and divine masculine. Instead, I split it into the divine counterpart, which is your twin, and then you, or us, because us is a collective. So if you're following my channel and you resonate with my messages, then we're very much part of this same group. So that's so basically what I do is I look at the head, what's going on in their heads, what's going on in their hearts, and the key thing to know, and also then what they're wanting. And then same for us. What's going on in our heads, what's in our hearts, key thing to know, and also what we're wanting. And then what's happening between the union and the energies in the union. So we're going into the Pisces full moon. I'm also going to do some oracle guidance on each side as well. And so I'm going to, because it's the Pisces full moon, and this is very much so quite a it's so the way that I read is to give guidance, really. It's much more about how to guide, given that, so using the cards as like guidance as to what we need to be aware of. And so there's really a really strong message that's coming out through this, and it is about, well, I'm going to take you through and then we'll see, because on their side there's this very much basically wanting to have, so I've done clarifiers. So what's going on in their head is this: they're at a crossroads, right? The crossroads is, coming to the point that decisions need to be made, and that space of being, on the run up to now, knowing that you have to change and have to change things in your life, but not knowing quite which way to do. But there is mental clarity because the Ace of Swords is here. So, and the Ace of Swords is kind of like very much about getting mental clarity and cutting away anything that is creating that indecision. So in their head is this space of basically truth, finding their truth and wanting to follow their truth. And if they're not following their truth, then the key thing to know is that they have this anxiety that they're going through, which is why it's so important to be compassionate, because there is this real sense of that in the heart space they're going through a huge heart healing at the moment. And the heart healing is the more that we're all collectively rising up in our vibration, and we're releasing everything around the heart. We're going through a huge cosmic heart healing. More and more love and light energy is being poured down into our planet, and with that we're all linked to the cosmic heart by our hearts. So the more that we do healing on ourselves and the more we live in the awareness of love, then that mirrors between each other. And so that's why through this big heart healing there is this anxiety, and this is what we need to be aware of. They are going through anxious times, because having the need to change their life, because mentally they want to live their truth, right? The other thing is that they have the Hierophant at the heart of them. Now the Hierophant, and this is like the beautiful cosmic irony in these relationships, is actually although they break the boundaries of what relationships and what you deemed as the norm, But in actual fact is that it is returning back to one love, true love, wanting to have, you know, the tradition. The Hierophant is all about tradition and marriage, stability, and so it's you know, at the heart of them, they want that, right? And so that's what's causing them anxiety, because their heart is going through this big healing. The energy that they're taking from the union is the Magician, which is the alchemical marriage, right? The twin flame energy, right? The yin and the yang, the flames of life that's being held and being given by this union. This is the energy that they're taking away. Because what they're wanting is to be the man that holds a coin for you. The coin of truth, right? What they want to be is the emperor. The emperor is the one who's at the top of his game, owns his kingdom. He also, the guidance is he wants to do everything by the book. So it is very much, you know, about, if you look at all of this on their side, it's a huge heart healing to really get more and more into their truth, to really want to be traditional in the sense of wanting to be the man for you and the emperor. It's also number 43, which is love you, and it's also number 7, which is the soul. So, you know, this whole soul contract that is being played out now, this is such an amazing thing, because I'll show you now how it relates to us on our side. So, because, you know, around all of this kept becoming more and more into their truth, wanting to, you know, at the heart of them is calling them to play this traditional role with you, to be the emperor, to be the man that holds the coin of truth for you. And because they're not doing that yet, it is causing anxiety. And so how this then plays out for us, and that's why it's really important, is because in our heads we have this, we know that we're on a soul path and a, you know, basically a love path, right? 6 is love. There's expansion of the cosmic heart. This relationship is here to heal. The twin flame energy is right here. So this is in our head. And you can't escape it. It's always in your head, no matter what, because the twin flame is always there. But also, on the flip side of that, there is this, the 5 of Cups. So it is feeling like, well, why, you know, why aren't they contacting me? Why do I'm, you know, why can't we just be in this? Why do I still feel like I'm left out and I'm not part of their life? And so because of that, there is then this sense of storminess inside. And that's no wonder, because we're mirroring each other, because they have a sense of anxiety, because they need to follow their truth. And therefore we have storminess inside us, because we're still feeling tied up into the old way of, the old paradigm, basically the old way of living. We want to just, because it's a bit like, look at what we're wanting to just have this connection. We want to be sailing away. 6 of Swords is leaving, you know, the past behind, leaving stormy waters and sailing into a calmer truth. And the guidance for us is then the truth. It's seeing beyond the mask, seeing into the heart, having freedom. Note that it's also number 14. If you check out today's video, I read out letter 41. So the mirror of this. So it is seeing, and if you listen to that video, you'll see that the true messages, this is why we're being asked to see beyond the mask. Because this sense of storminess inside is being tied up to this feeling of being left out in the cold. That's what this being tied up is. It's saying we're feeling that in our head, even though we know that we're on this twin flame path and we know that we're on the journey of love, it's still that, but why can't we just be that now? And the guidance is saying the key thing for us to know is that there is courage and strength to create the change. The angel of strength is with us. And with that, not just that, there is we get the death card at the heart of us. And this is something that I've really felt recently. We're always going through this cycle of death and rebirth and transformation and moving up. And it goes hand in hand with the heart healing that is at the heart of them. Because every time that we go through a cycle, we are letting go of the old. We are peeling off another layer of our hearts to expand more and more into this heart healing that we're going through. And this is a never-ending process. Just like in the letter this morning, it said we're concentric circles where we will always keep meeting in the middle. And so there is very much this feeling in the heart of death. But the key thing to know is the angel of strength is with you and is with all of us that are on this journey to keep going, right? To keep going, because it's the courage and faith to stay on track that will get you through to the end. Because the great thing is that at the heart of this is this, between the union is the magician, but also this sense of being tied up. And it's okay, because what this is saying is, you know, you're the magician, right? This is all about knowing that actually when you start to really work with your mind and let your mind rest. Because look, I'll show you why. Because the top energy is all about coming together, the soul group coming together to help each other. The God Goddess, the rise of the God Goddess energy, which is everything that we're doing. And the grounding energy for all of this is then the thinking man. So it is all about how you control the mind to move away from being, you know, this is new beginnings. It's 10, it's 1. It's like everything that we're doing, we're breaking down this old paradigm of how a man thinks. And look at him, he's looking at the big huge chunk of rose quartz crystal, because he's seeing something new. He's seeing a new way. It's like he's seen this for the first time ever. And that's what's happening. You know, we're all seeing life and love in a new way. And so that's the message. The message is that we are all seeing life in a new way. And so there is death and transformation. There is basically knowing that we have to see beyond the masks to really get to the truth. And there is this huge heart healing that's going on. There's this huge pull towards living the truth. There's this huge pull towards being the Hierophant and being the Emperor. And basically wanting to hold that coin of truth for you. So that is the message. There's still strong guidance. If you're feeling this storminess inside, if you're feeling this kind of like, oh, but why aren't we together? Then the biggest message is just know that the angel of strength is with you and you will get through it, because we are all part of this amazing community which are here to raise love and light on the planet and expand the cosmic heart. So there you go. I hope that helps. And if you want to have a healing or reading like this for yourself, please do. All details are in the link. All right, and I hope you have a great day. All right, take care. Bye.